All right, guys, let's take a look at our math work for day 28. Today you're going to look at a lot of graphing, and this is one thing we really didn't get to hit a whole lot on before we got out of school, so we're going to talk about it for a little bit today. I know you've been doing it with your review pages, which is awesome because it's definitely giving you a chance to work with some graphing, but this is the first time that you're actually going to have to fill in the graph yourself. So if you look, we are talking about money collected by certain people. So we have 4 people whose names are already listed over here. All right, and then we have the amount of money that they each collected. We also have a key down here, and this key is telling us that we're going to draw the symbol of a circle and a dollar sign, and that each one of these that we draw is worth $5. All right, so each one of these that we're going to draw on this paper have a value of $5. So if I go up and I look at our first person, John, I'm going to do this one with you. John raised or collected $75. All right, $75. So if each symbol that we're going to draw is worth $5, we have to think about how many 5s are in 75. All right, and it's going to be quite a bit. So we really need to think about this. We know that there are 10 5s and 50. All right. And then we have 25 more, and there are 5 5s and 25. So we're going to draw a circle with a dollar sign inside of it for every $5. So under John, I've already drawn $5. All right, so we're going to have to draw 15 of these to get to 75. While you're doing it, if you want to count out loud, that works too. So I'm going to do that while I do mine. I'm drawing a circle and a dollar sign. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is what I told you you'd have. 15 circles and dollar signs. Each one of those represents $5. So John collected $75. So this is how I'm going to represent that 75. So you need to do that for Carter, Logan, and Andrew. All right. Carter made $60, so you're going to skip count by 5s to 60. Logan made $30, so you're going to skip count by 5s to 30. And then Andrew made $45, so you're going to skip count by 5s to 45. All right, then once you get that done, you have 4 questions to answer about the graph. So read the question, then look up at the graph. All right, so you should hopefully be able to do that. I will post an answer key for this one along with your other one today. If you look at the back side, we have favorite color. This is a bar graph, all right? And I've told you that you have a y-axis and an x-axis before, and they're always going to be labeled. So we're looking at students' favorite colors. The favorite colors are all listed along the x-axis: red, blue, green, orange, pink, purple, yellow. All right, and then this is the number of students that like those colors. And just because some numbers aren't listed doesn't mean that they're not there. So this graph happens to skip count by 2. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, we know that, for example, between 0 and 2 is the number 1. So halfway between there is representing a 1. All right, so halfway between 2 and 4 would be 3. Halfway between 4 and 6 would be 5. 6 and 8 would be 7. 8 and 10 would be 9. 10 and 12 would be 11. So if you want to write those in there, you can, but it's definitely not necessary. Like I've told you before, I usually go ahead and look at the graph and write down what I know. So I know that red has 8, blue has 10, green has 2, all right, etc. I go ahead and write those at the top. So that way when I'm answering these questions down here, I don't have to recount every time or look every time. So then I'm going to start with my questions. You have 7 questions about this one. Make sure you look at the wording because some of them are how many more, how many less. All right, so make sure, like for example, even number 1, actually not 1, but number 2, how many more students chose red than green? So you have to know how many students chose red, which is 8. How many students chose green, which was 2. So what is the difference between 8 and 2? And that's 6. So you're going to put 6 students on number 2. All right, so you can like I said, I already had this done right here, so I was able to really quickly answer that question. So make sure that you're doing that just because it helps you and it allows you to stay a little bit more organized when working with word problems. That's why I like to do it. If you look over on your review page for today, all right, we have money, quarters, dimes, nickels, all right, quarter, 25, dime, 10, nickel, 5. You're going to add all that up. All right, you have a graph like we talked about before. Add 10, add 100. So some number sense work, multiplication, and some fractions. So if you need help with that, let me know, but I am going to post that also. These should be getting pretty easy for you at this point, I would assume. If they aren't, please let me know and I will help, and I will get all this posted for you guys.